Hi guys, and welcome back to another video on the Mark III. Now today, as you've probably seen from the thumbnail or title of this video, I'm going to be changing the stereo on this car from an aftermarket one to one that should have been in this car when it was new. Now the one that's in at the moment, the aftermarket one, I'll just put a photo in or something just so you can see. I'm not going to touch the phone at the moment because it's taken me ages to get it as is. With the right light exposure, because it keeps falling off, and I've done this about 3 times. So just to carry on, yep, that's the stereo it's in at the moment. The one I've got is in here. I've been to pick it up this morning. It's not another aftermarket one, as I say, it is a standard one. It's just in a different box. So as you can see here, focusing. So as you can see here, this is the stereo that should be in. A nice 80s looking one. Now this particular one was from a Ford Granada. All these stereos look like this can be found on most late 80s Fords, so Escorts, Granadas, Capris, Cortinas, anything like that. Some come with added bonuses of equalizers. I think they did a CD player as well, which goes down at the bottom in the console. They're quite rare. If I can find one, I'll put a photo up, as you can see that one. But yeah, I've just got the basic cassette radio, which is fine for this car. It's an LX after all. It's not a gear or anything like that, so it would have had the basic, not complete basic, but a basic audio package. So as you can see, that's the stereo that's in at the moment. Again, I apologise for the light exposure. It's not very good while I'm in the garage. Okay, so just to carry on, that's the CD player it's in at the moment. It's alright, it's pretty fairly basic. It's got a USB input, all that type of thing, and it works okay. But yeah, I want to bring it out and put the original in. So if anyone does want this, by the way, let me know, and I'll probably just sell it for a £5 or something just to get rid of it, because it's no good to me. So yeah, so let's try and take this out, and I'll put this new one in. I should say as well that I don't actually have the keys for this, so I'm hoping it's just going to pop out. So we'll soon see. Normally you can get 2 screwdrivers behind here and it should just pull out. Let's see if it works. Nope. Okay, plan B. So plan B is when you don't have the keys, you can always just take the fascia off. That was a good thing about these, and I'm sure it'll still work. Yeah, there's one screw there. And there should be one screw up top. One more. So I don't know if you saw that, but one screw at the top, one screw at the back, and one screw under the cigarette lighter, and then this pulls out, and then you can get to the stereo, which is why I'm just undoing this. No matter what security or audio security device you put in these cars in the 90s, that's why there's a lot of audio theft, because it was so easy to undo them. Rather than messing around with a cage, 3 screws, pull it off, and you've got your 200 quid, pop at the time, pop out, LCD stereo and all that type of thing. Yeah, simple as that. So hopefully now I can get behind here. So that's the radio. Try and get that out. That's that. and then undo this loom. Let's put that to one side. See what we're doing with the wiring. So there should be the main loom behind here somewhere. Not because it's been cut. Oh, okay, so it's a few days later, and I've been basically struggling to find all the connectors that go on the end of the wiring. Been a bit of a pain, but a guy from Belgium actually has, said he's got some, and they literally came in a day. He's got these through now, so hopefully these wire up okay and the wires match up. So I'm just going to have a look at that now. Hopefully, make sure they do. But yeah, can't believe how quick they came. Literally safe from Belgium in like a day. So yeah, as I just said, I'm hopefully going to match up these now. I don't have any heat shrink at the moment. I'm trying to see if R23 has some, or if not, I might have to buy some, which will delay things a little bit further. But what I'd like to do is try and temporarily splice the power one up, because one's power, one's speakers, and at least get the power working that way, that I know that the unit does work, which it should do. It worked before I got it. But yeah, so basically see what happens next. Okay, so I just thought I'd have a quick look further and just double check. The connectors do fit the back of the stereo. They're now in, just to make sure, which is good. And I just thought I'd have another quick look at the wiring. I'll just flip it around so you can see. Okay, so I've just taken the tie wrap off. So those are the speaker wires, and these are the power wires. Now there's only 3 on there, which I'm guessing which is power, negative, and earth. On the back of this stereo there's a few more. So we've got earth, so we've got earth, power, negative. So where do they go? So a bit of an update. I've just done 1 or 2 wires of the connectors. Those 2 I need to do again, because I sorted out without putting on it. I've done these few just very loosely really. I just need to heat shrink those better. I'm just doing this one now, but this wire here, this sort of greyish brownish one, and this other brown one, I need to work out where to go, because as you can see there's no wires on this side, and they're not on that side either. So I need to work out where they go. But for now, oh yeah, I had to do this one, I had to do another solder there because this would be cut further back. But yeah, let's put a little piece of wire in, but it should be okay. But I'm just going to do this one now, and that's another one done. Okay, not the neatest, but it's in place and it should work. And now I need to go and find out where these 2 wires need to go. Okay, so I just come back and found out which wire goes where. So this one isn't used at all because it's a Mk3. This one's to do with, if it's a 3.5, it's something to do with the immobiliser. But as this hasn't got one, that's just now blanked off. So the other brown one is now spliced in with the thicker earth, because there's 2 earths on it, don't ask me why. So say this hasn't been, they've not been heat shrinked properly yet, because I need to test it and make sure they do work. But that's the power sorted. I've still got the speaker side of things to do, but I'm hoping that the power at least works. So I'm going to try that now, and hopefully it works and nothing pops or explodes. Okay, so I've got the stereo here, fuse is back in, battery's connected, so let's take the power one and plug it in. Make sure I get the right one. This one. Okay, so I'll just bring the camera around. Okay, so I've just put the stereo in there just so I can hold the camera. So keys are now on. Oh, power. Ignition's on. So okay, so I think it's asking for the code, which I don't have on me at the moment, so I need to find out what that is. But the good news is, I think that's all wired in properly. Alright, so I'm back for another day. Just had a shower, so hair's all over the place. Right, okay, so I have found out that the stereo does apparently lock itself when it's not being used for a while, so I need to wait. So phone case in the way. So I need to wait half an hour with it plugged in for it to start flashing, and apparently I can put the pin in. So what I'm going to do is plug the stereo in. Hopefully it's not going to take half an hour, but I've got the heat gun next to me as well. While it's ticking down, I'm going to fully heat shrink those connections I've done, because obviously it's working, which is great. It's got one more thing to test, which I'll show you in a minute. Make sure that works. And I guess while it's on, as they're only speaker cables and not really much power going through them, I guess I can try and solder some of the speaker cables as well. So hopefully, it seems though it's quite late at the moment, I can get this flashing, so I can put the pin in, test it. Hopefully I've got the right pin, and yeah, hopefully try and get a bit more progress, because this thing is taking forever. I don't know how long this video is going to be yet, but it's been days and days trying to get this sorted so far. So yeah, not to bore you any further, let's get cracking. Okay, so I've just plugged it in, just literally. Power's on again, so that's good. I've got the ignition on, obviously. So one thing I want to test, or need to test, I don't know how well this is going to work, but apparently when the side lights are on, they should light up. So I'm just going to turn the light off now and hopefully test this, because I might not be able to see it with the light on. Okay, so side lights on. Yep, there we go. So don't know how well this has been picked up, but you can see it's all lighting up, which is good. So that means that's all wired up. And back off. Great. So, yep, I'm going to heat shrink those wires and get them all sorted. Okay, so this is turning into a real long video, which I do apologise, because it should be quite simple. So I've done two of the speaker wires. The other two are just fastened together just for now, just for a temporary, test really. Apparently I don't have rear speakers, which are the wires are there, but I do have rear speakers in the car, so I can't remember if they worked before or not. So this will be a test. But also it's now flashing, which is great. So I do have a pin. I've just got that sent through from a friend. Obviously I can't film while I'm doing that because I'm using my phone and I can't remember what the pin was. So I'm just going to try it now and hopefully it's going to work. So the code that I thought I had was right, wasn't, and then it locked me out after one time. So while I'm trying to get another code, I say I've finished off all the wires at the back and put the radio back in. So I hope this video is not too boring. I say I've just got the screws to put back in here, but as for the radio itself, that's now back in and looks a million times better than the old one, which I've got somewhere behind here. That one. So yeah, so hopefully now I've just got to wait for that to flash again. While it does, I'm just going to put the dash back together. Okay, so eventually, I say, I hope this is not turning into a boring video, because it seems to be going on and on and on, or it does to me anyway. I don't know how long this video is going to be, but good news, the radio is now working. So like I said before, instead of trolling through forums and asking friends for codes and stuff, as it's a really old stereo, I managed to find a listing on eBay, and they said they could do it for like £3. So I gave them a try, put the pin in, and it worked. Well, it did until, I couldn't work out why it was working, and realised that when I put the stereo in, the other night, I was so tired I forgot to put the antenna back in, so I had to rip it all out again. As I say, the perks of real life, not filming it, you know, it's not a tutorial. So yeah, I'll spin the camera around. I say I can't put any music on due to copyright and all that, but you'll have to trust me, it works. I'll try and put it on very quietly, hopefully it'll not pick up, and I'll just give you a quick demonstration. So I had a quick play, yeah, with the two, well basically I'll tell you about the two wires, the speaker wires with this particular car. Okay, so here we are, the radio. Press the button, it's on, but I'm just going to turn it down because, yeah, don't want anything being picked up. So it is working, so that's good. Oh, it's fine. Obviously I don't have a tape to test it, but that should work. So yeah, going back to the wires, if you don't have this thing in the corner, this is how I've worked it out basically, you will have the other set of wires, you know, that go to your rear speakers. It did confuse me because I do have rear speakers, but when it's all on, you can control this, and again, you'll have to trust me, but using this, it does go to the front, it goes to the rear, goes to the side, you know, it pans and fades whichever way you want it. So yeah, it's all working, it's all good, and I say when you put the side lights on, when you put the side lights on, it does light up, so we're all good. So yeah, like I say, it's been quite a mission to get this sorted, but as you can probably see, well, apart from the poor lighting, it does look a lot better than what it did before. So I am pleased. Now it is actually working and it's all good. I am happy, but there's like thousands of wire cuttings now in this car, so I need to vac it out when I get a chance. But anyway, hope you enjoyed this video. I hope it's been somewhat helpful if you're deciding to do this, or you know, want to play around really, or similar things happened. I do have a wiring diagram which I got from Fiesta Guides, which may help if you are doing this. I will put it on the screen now. Feel free to like, share, subscribe, all the rest. You know, if you don't, then no worries. As I say, I'm doing this anyway, and I just thought you'd like a laugh on how bad this went. Hopefully the next thing to come, or videos to come, is I'm taking the Mark 3 again to one or two more shows. So the next things you will see are shows with this car, because I want to obviously show it a few more times before I put it away for the winter, and then that's probably it then. Although I've still got a rust to do, so I may throw one or two of those in, or an update. But yeah, I'm just waffling now, so I'll see you in the next one.